how do you get that original like configuration before the flight starts though? Is that like GPS coordinates, or how do you know what you're mapping before you start mapping it? Like the coordinates instead. You said it's all done beforehand, before you start flying.
So basically what happens is, let's take normal use cases. So let's say you have 3 blasting sites on your mine site.
Yeah.
That they just go on Wednesday. So usually your drill and blast crew will already have either a KM set or a coordinate files where the blasting areas are. So you just import this from your crew. This goes automatically into a map of the mine that you have previously flown. So you have a real representation of where the drone will be flying. And then you will have 3 areas to capture.
Right.
So on a GPS, you will see the map will just shows you, these are the 3 areas that I need to capture. And then you will just basically swipe. So this can be done in the office, like in a connection from your drill and blast to your surveyors, or in many of our customers, the blast engineers are already just owning the whole end-to-end technology, and then they just input it and fly it from the viewpoint. They don't even have to drive to the mine pit.
Now, when you say are you on site with them? Is Wingtra providing on-site support, or you're sending it to them?
Customer itself owns, it's as easy to use that they can do everything end to, like start to end.
So do they purchase?
Integrate this?
They purchased the Wingtra drone then, and the technology's packed in already. Is that how it works?
Correct.
Right. So what is what's the unboxing? What's the unboxing like? Like the initial setup. What can they sort of expect?
As a mining operator, you will get what you see behind André, right? That is the drone. And there is a web technology, a platform called Wingtra Cloud, on where it's end to end. So in there you will have the map of your mine, where you will import your mission. You unbox the drone, and the drone is, as you see it has a middle stand that is just a white part that holds it. And it's, as you see it, is as you unbox it. There is no more moving parts. You don't have to assemble it. It's a 2 minutes installation. You just put it on the field, right? And on your website, on your Wingtra Cloud, you get your coordinates, and then it's almost ready to fly.
Wow.
That's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, to add to that, like for this planning, it's like using Google Maps on your phone, but just like you draw a rectangle or like a shape you want around the areas, the blast sites you want to capture. And then you select one of our payloads, saying, for example, like a high quality camera or like a LiDAR laser scanner. And then our web interface, Wingtra Cloud, will compute everything for you. Like you save this, and then once you're in the field outside, as Marcus mentioned, you take it out of the box. The mission is there for you, and then you hit start, and the drone takes off, captures the data, comes back.
So you mentioned payload a couple of times. Is the client switching out depending on what they want to do? Then are they actually taking the camera out, putting in a LiDAR detector, all that sort of thing?
Depends on the application. We have a vast portfolio of payloads like high-resolution cameras, LiDARs, multispectral cameras, and the customer can just swap this in the field with 4 screws within minutes, and then capture multiple different data streams.
So does it come? Do all those come, or do you order depending on what you need, or does it all come? Oh, you order.
So the typical application is in mining. Usually, it's either LiDAR and high accuracy cameras for photogrammetry technology. So you get your point clouds if you need it on a shift decision making, for example, then you would use LiDAR. Or if you would like to do environment and count trees, then you would use LiDAR. Or if you want to do volumetric reconciliation of all your pit, then you will use the camera because it's a way more efficient payload. And then you can exchange it depending on what you want to do. But most of the customers have one use case that repeats over and over, and then just have like a payload that they exchange for specific cases.
Could we walk through a couple of those cases, like especially the LiDAR? I mean, the camera part, obviously, it's a camera, so most people understand that part of it. But the LiDAR side, you take a LiDAR sensor and you put it up into the sky in a drone. Is there some actual like real world examples you kind of give of how people are using it?
Yeah, I mean, using LiDARs in mining operation is nothing new, but usually it's terrestrial.
Right.
People have to drive down a site, like do the capturing and then drive all the way back. That can take a couple of hours. And like the game changer is here now that taking a LiDAR into a drone, which as you see is a wing, like it can fly for like 60 minutes, cover like your entire mine in one morning. That's really a game changer. And it really helps in like all stages of the mining process. So like starting with exploration, so you have a new untapped territory. You have vegetation. So before anything happens, like you use your LiDAR, you not only penetrate the vegetation to get accurate ground data, but also like you can capture the vegetation and with classification, you can calculate how much biomass do I have to get rid of before I touch the earth.
Right.
Things like this. So this is like super accurate data. It will help you during the mining, like blasting and all like this process. And then even when it comes to reclamation, so at the end of the process, when we want to basically put everything back and basically have nature taking over again, you can fly, if you want, every day taking this data and then just focus on the vegetation. So counting trees, again, biomass, tree heights, looking for riverbeds, like all this data is there for you, like highly accurate and very easy to get.